If you want to explode on YouTube this year, I've got 5 ideas that I know will take off. I've done the research and I'm going to show you exactly what it is so that you can take one of these ideas and run with it.
Nate, for the sake of the viewer who may not know who you are and the track record that you've had and the successes that you've achieved on YouTube, give us an example of how this strategy works.
All right, so I'll share Noelle Randall. Okay, so just over a year ago, she came to me with a good start of a channel. She had grown the channel to 6,500 subscribers, but it wasn't a lead generator. It wasn't generating any revenue. So I taught her my strategy and we began producing her channel. And in the last year, her channel has grown to 280,000 subscribers.
Sheesh.
It's generating 100 new strategy sessions per day. It's generating multiple 5 figures of revenue. In fact, I'll link to another video right up here where I interviewed Noelle about the success we've had and about my strategy.
Thanks, Nate. I wanted them to understand that because you just got, she's your 4th silver play button. So this strategy really works. So let's dive into these topics that you know are going to be successful.
Okay, this is the keyword magic tool, the tool that I demonstrate a lot on this channel. The niche that I want to show you first is music, okay? So I'm not looking for videos necessarily on how to play guitar, but look what we find here. I'm going to go to questions. I'm going to turn on this advanced filter.
Why are you going up to 8 questions or 8 words there?
Okay, that's an awesome question. The quick answer is because the longer you go, the more specific you are. If you want to know more specific detail about my strategy, I'll link to another video right up here, how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in a day. And then you'll understand exactly why I'm doing the things. Right here, I just want to show the results and show the huge opportunity. So, one beat it. How to play Hey There Delilah on guitar. How to play Stairway to Heaven on guitar. How to play Sweet Home Alabama on guitar. Okay, there are 31,000 questions like this.
Wow.
So whether you teach music lessons, I just chose guitar, but the same thing would be for piano or any other instrument. People go to YouTube and they're wanting to know how to play a specific song on that instrument. So you could take advantage of that. All you have to do is make a video where you answer that question. You show them how to play that song or how to learn to play that song. Give them some tips that will help them learn that song faster. Then for the next episode, just pick the next song. Just pick episodes that you know how to play, or you can give some good advice to help people learn to play those songs as well. If you follow this strategy consistently, you'll get thousands and thousands of views on your channel from people who really appreciate the help. They will see you as the hero in that moment. They're likely to subscribe if they want to learn other songs from you. And then guess what? At the end of the video, what are we going to put at the end of the video?
We're going to put I was going to say content hook.
A call to action.
Yes, a call to action.
Put him on the spot there. See how his face turns red? He does that to me a lot too. So we put a call to action, and that's simply going to be to offer them a free gift or something of value to get them to go to your website where they'll learn what you offer, whether you give music lessons or whether you write music, whether you sell instruments, whether you repair instruments. So really anything in the music industry. In fact, I'll share a story with you because I gave this idea to somebody. I gave this goldmine of an opportunity to somebody who I bought a piano from. They sell amazing pianos and they repair antique and really valuable pianos. So for example, there might be a piano worth $100,000 over in Milwaukee that needs restoring. They'll pay the money to ship it out here to Utah. The company repairs it, refurbishes. It might take 6 months to fix that piano, but that's the main service. That's where they make the most money in their business. Through our conversations, they mentioned whether it's in their business or a connection to piano lessons and whatnot. And so I made the recommendation, you could make a channel that builds a lot of traffic. In fact, I think they could eventually get millions of views per month and have that all funnel and bring a lot of attention to their piano restoration business.
So then they're just known as like the place in the United States. Like if you have this issue, then there's just so much awareness that everybody knows that, oh, if you need a piano restored, then these are the guys to do it.
Yeah, I think it's a gold mine. So maybe it's a gold mine for you. The next area that I want to show you that's a gold mine is fitness. So let's see how to find it. Like, I know you can do specific exercises like push-ups. I mean, just check this out. If I type in push-up, how many push-ups should I do in a day? Or how many push-ups should I be able to do? How many push-ups should a man be able to do?
Yeah, well, what kind of a man are we talking about?
So if I put in how to do 100 push-ups in a row, you probably have to follow a very specific regimen to be able to get up to that point. How many push-ups a day to get ripped, right? So we could keep digging and find all the ins and outs of different types of push-ups.
Right. And this is just push-ups, right? That's one very, very specific exercise, and there's tons out there, right?
Yeah, and so we could do the same thing. We just come up here and instead of push-ups, we put in squats or pull-ups or anything that you want to teach or anything that you have expertise in. There are thousands of topics, and behind every topic, there are hundreds of people going to Google and YouTube, typing this in, that want the answer. So what a better way to put you in front of them right at the top of YouTube. The next opportunity is a gold mine that I've known about for years, and it's actually in the realm of nutrition. There are so many different questions. I mean, there's tens of thousands of topics on this. I mean, we could type in banana. You have to know how to filter it. Like, how many grams of sugar are in a banana? How much DNA do we share with bananas? That is awesome. I think that's funny, actually. How to make a strawberry and banana smoothie, or how many bananas should you eat in a day? So you could talk for weeks on just bananas. I'm not recommending that you do that, but you could find any question that you want to talk about a banana or about carrots. You could have recipes. You could talk about natural remedies, like how to get rid of strep throat without antibiotics is actually a video that we filmed before.
Yeah, and nutrition is something it feels like there's a new trend every single day or every week. So, I mean, it was kale a little while ago, but I imagine if you type in kale in there, then all of a sudden there's all this information or all these questions that people are asking about kale, but it's a trendy thing. And so you're able to talk about, exactly what people are most interested in.
I just did the search. What are the benefits of eating kale and spinach? And I put in the word benefits there. So kale benefits. What are the benefits of a kale smoothie? Or what are the benefits of eating it raw? I mean, there's so much opportunity, and all we're looking for is a trickle of traffic to come into your video. So if you have a lower search volume, but it's a really long specific phrase, that's actually really ideal, because even if we just have these 20 people come and do this search, those 20 people are searching for this exact topic. They're going to watch your video all the way to the end, and the YouTube algorithm is going to see that and say, wow, this is a powerful video. We want to share this video with more people like this. So YouTube will then start to promote your video to a wider audience. This is such a huge gold mine that I think there's probably 10 different channels here. So I'm not saying you need to cover everything. Find your space that you're really passionate about, that you have a lot of expertise in, and run with it. You will succeed here. All right, the next gold mine, it can apply to anyone that is a life coach, but I want to talk specifically about Brooke Castillo. She has the podcast, The Life Coach School. Really love that podcast. You should check it out. I've wanted to produce her channel for many years because her advice is so awesome. I want to describe my word awesome there a little bit better. Like, when I listen to her podcast and I get her advice, I feel like it's so spot on to what really applies to me and to my experience. I feel it's really, really good advice. And so I want her, she's very, very successful, but I feel like I want her to succeed even more. I want more people that she can help to find her, okay?
And her podcast is so successful, and so she has a huge following, but you look, and she has a YouTube channel, but she only puts the podcast on the YouTube channel. And I feel like there's this whole other piece of the pie on YouTube that it would be available.
Yeah, there's so many people that I have referred her to that have never heard of her name before, and that's the problem that I think this strategy can solve. If she were to follow this strategy and use this tool to find topics for her YouTube channel, she would grow a much bigger audience. So my challenge is, what do I put in here? I don't want to put in life coach, but life coaching is the answer. What are some questions or struggles that people might have, like how to achieve my goals or something like that?
I know something that Brooke talks about a lot is how to help people stop drinking.
Or
how to help people stop overeating.
So let's put in stop drinking and let's just see. Okay, so then this is great. I mean, this has a big search volume. I might steer away from that in the beginning, go after phrases that have a little bit lower volume. But look at this topic. What happens to your body when you stop drinking? Brooke could answer that because she's talked a lot about that, and she could, people that are trying to give up alcohol want to know what happens, what's going to happen in their body. Will I lose weight if I stop drinking? How to stop throwing up bile after drinking. That's very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin just pointed at this one, how to stop drinking alcohol on your own. So good topics there. And what was the other one? You said eating or?
Yeah, overeating.
So with overeating, there's some great questions here. Will one day of overeating ruin my diet? Or why we feel heavy in stomach after overeating? That's pretty specific. How to retrain your brain to stop overeating. I think
Yeah,
Brooks.
Brooke would
Brooks
be
content.
perfect for that. Yeah.
She would love that one. So I think that is a huge opportunity for Brooke, or if Brooke's not going to take it, then you should. Lastly, and I challenge you to go and find that tool on SEMrush. It's called the Keyword Magic Tool. If you are an expert in any type of entrepreneur skill or business skill, or even things like how to design a website, you could do searches in that tool and find the specific questions that people are asking for, like where to put the logo or what colors to use, or if you want to teach people about video editing. I've often been tempted because there's so many different questions about how to use Final Cut Pro or how to use this software, how to add in jump cuts or how to change the volume. I mean, the very specific questions that people are asking, there are thousands and thousands of searches like this every single day. So if you run with this strategy, I really do think that it's a gold mine and that you'll succeed on YouTube this year. So now that you've got some ideas of the type of channel that you can create, I want you to be able to make money with it. So the next episode I want you to watch, and I'll link to it over here, how to make money on YouTube with a small channel.